Welcome to the What's Working podcast, the podcast where we ask, what's working? Hey everybody, welcome to the What's Working podcast. We are very excited today to be joined by my guest, Alex Lloro, founder and managing director at All Marketing Services, a full-service digital marketing agency helping B2B companies accelerate their growth through data-driven strategy, smart automation, and performance-focused campaigns. Alex, thank you for joining me today.
Oh, thanks for inviting me.
So before we dive into some deeper questions, just give us a little overview of your background, how you got in to marketing, starting your agency, and how you got where you are now.
Well, everything started when I was an intern at a college. I was doing an internship at the university, and someone asked me, hey, you have to develop a web page for a department. And it was like, what is a web page? We are talking about 1995, 30 years
Sure.
ago. So I learned to code HTML.
Okay.
In that moment, there weren't any editor. You had to code like a programming language. So I learned the language and I started creating web pages. So it's been since then that I've been related to the internet world, and first in the IT side of the business. I was working for big consulting firms on IT projects, always related to internet technologies. And I switched to marketing around 2005.
Okay, awesome. So it sounds like you got started I naturally fell into building websites when I was young too. My family had a charity and we had no budget to pay anybody. So I had to learn to make websites. And this is also probably late 90s. I was a teenager. I just had to get started. So that's really awesome. That got you into it. So you already talked, you always ended up doing something in IT and then falling into marketing. We talked about this before the call, that the topic you wanted to bring up is how advertising platforms, Google, Meta, adding more and more AI, trying to automate everything. Let's talk about that a little more because it's so relevant.
Yeah, so nowadays, Google, Meta, Mark Zuckerberg mentioned a few weeks ago that advertising on Meta will be much easier because the advertiser won't have to do anything. Mm-hmm. You will just pull your website, your company, and Meta will do everything. And that is a completely black box. It's like communism. The leader tells you what to do and what is best for you, and you have no control about your choices. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's a good way, because it's easier for small companies that can't pay for an agency, that can spend time learning to do things by themselves. Mm-hmm. So yes, having a platform that is plug and play, I put my website and I start running ads without doing anything else, might work, but my concern is that the quality of those ads is going to be really poor. It will depend on the content on your website, how good it is. So probably the only one that is going to benefit from that is the platform, Google or Meta, because they will make more money. But I don't think that advertisers will get a benefit from there. Obviously, if you have to pay, not many companies can pay for an agency. Small companies doing less than $1 million, paying a retainer every month for an agency is a high spend, and probably they won't be able to do it. But if you are spending $10,000 or more on advertising every month, it is worth to pay someone that have the control about the campaigns, that know exactly what is working, what is not, and not relying on AI that you don't know what the AI is showing to potential clients. You are an attorney and car accident attorney. What is showing? Yeah, no, you don't pay if we don't win. No fees, no retainer until we win. Every car accident attorney has that on their website. So they are all going to sound the same. absolutely the same.
Hmm.
So there will be, the only difference will be the logo of the attorney and the
Right.
name. The
So what you're
rest will be completely the same.
so what you're talking about is basically because AI is learning from us and it's reading, okay, if you're a car injury attorney, this is what you say. So it's you still would need someone to manage that. You would still want to hire an agency, even uh, if you're using AI in some way to guide it. Otherwise, you don't know what you're getting.
Yeah, exactly. And the same with automated bidding strategies. That works well for e-commerce. If Google knows that I've been looking for some basketball shoes, they know I play basketball and they will make recommendations based on that. And if there is a new model, I will see that ad. It's okay. But for service-based companies, there is no previous historic. If I have a car accident, I need the attorney right now.
Right.
So Google doesn't know if I have an intent looking for a car accident attorney because I just had the accident 10 minutes ago. I call my insurance and I need to call a lawyer just to make sure that the insurance is going to make the best decisions for me.
Right. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. How would it know unless it really
Exactly.
predicted the future?
Yeah, exactly. So those are automated bidding strategies. Doesn't make sense for those kind of services. Maybe for a family attorney where, okay, my marriage is not doing well. Maybe I should look for an attorney. You do some research. What is the best for you, for your kids, whatever. You wait a few months. You look once again, and maybe in 1 year, you decide to get divorced.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, Google has some information and might think that you are in the market for a family law attorney. But
Right.
for car accident, for wrongful termination attorneys, there is no previous signal. You just get fired. Tesla presents results today, and they decide to fire 5,000 people, and you are one of them.
Mhm.
Google doesn't know about that. And you're looking for an attorney to help you and see if what they are offering is a good offer or not. So
Right.
those automated bidding strategies won't work for you. So that's the difficult part of trying to make understand potential clients why they need someone to take control of their advertising efforts and not using automated systems that the only beneficiary of that is Google, is Meta, and not the company running the ads.
Right. So let's talk about that a little more as far as what do you see working on your end? Uh, let's say when you're running ads or trying to get more traffic for your clients, what performance data are you using to decide where, let's say, their ad spend or wherever their focus should be to get clients?
Well, advertising is always the best way because it's faster than any other alternative. SEO is good, but we are seeing that with all those AI overviews that
Mm-hmm.
Google is offering, no one is getting to the organic results. People
Right.
only see the AI overview and the ads.
Right.
You have to scroll down, and if you are in a cell, you have to scroll down like 3, 4 complete screens before you get to the first organic results. So even
Mm-hmm.
if you are number one on Google for car accident attorney, before
Yeah.
maybe 3, 4 years ago, you were getting 100 clicks every day. Today, you are getting 5, 10.
Mm-hmm.
So you can survive only with SEO. You need something that complements that. And advertising is the fastest way because you can get results in a really short period of time. You don't have to wait 3, 6 months like SEO to obtain
Right.
the first results. And sometimes it doesn't work because other competitors are also doing SEO.
Mm-hmm.
So in the end is optimization plus another optimization plus another optimization until you get on top of one competitor. So
Mm-hmm.
you can guarantee results with SEO, with advertising, you know that you will be on top of Google and people will
Mm-hmm.
see you.
So you jumped right into something I was going to ask two questions down, which I get asked all the time now. Is SEO dead, or is it still just a part of it that you still got to do? But like you said, advertising obviously can get you quicker into the rankings than SEO, especially with the AI overview. How does that interact with the AI overview and having the ads?
SEO is not dead, and you need to do SEO.
Right.
But what we are seeing is a decline on clicks for well-ranked websites. What I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned before, you were getting 100 clicks, being number one. Right now, you are getting 10, 15, 25. It depends. So there is a decline, and there is also a decline on Google's market share. Couple of years ago, 3 years ago, Google's market share was 95%, probably 90,
Mm-hmm.
95.
Huge.
Right now, people is using ChatGPT as a search engine, or
Yeah.
people are using Perplexity, or now the new browser from OpenAI,
Right. I
Atlas.
just saw that. Yeah.
It's going to take a lot of Google traffic. So yes, the platforms are looking for alternatives to show ads on those AI overviews or inside ChatGPT if you are not a pro user paying monthly. For free users, I'm pretty sure that you will see advertising on Atlas, Perplexity, and other web browsers
Mm-hmm. Of
because those companies have to make money and they
course.
can survive only with paid users. So probably that will be something that in the future we are going to see ads on AI.
Right.
And
Well, that would be not unusual to start maybe without ads and then they start ushering in ads the same way Facebook used to be. There were no ads when they first
Mhm,
started. And then once they got enough users, hey, we could make a lot of money showing
exactly.
advertisements.
I mean, look at Google. 80% of their benefit is from advertising. The search engine doesn't make any money for them.
Right.
It's about advertising. So with Meta is the same. The business model of
Yes.
Meta is advertising. So if they don't have that, they are completely lost.
Right. So, I always like to give a guest a chance to highlight any, like, is there one success in your mind, one client you've worked with or that you'd like to talk about that everything that you talk about in your company that you put into motion just worked perfectly as a case study?
I mean, I have the perspective that advertising is just a really small part in the way of getting a new client
Mm-hmm.
because you just make a search on Google, you look for car accident attorney, you see 3, 4 results, and in a few seconds, you make a decision. And the ad ends there. Then the magic happens on the landing page. And you
Mm-hmm.
have a few seconds to convince that visitor that your client is the right person for the needs of the potential client or
Right.
the visitor. So integrating conversion rate optimization on our services was the best decision that we made because we can see improvements much faster because you start an advertising campaign and now they have those called learning periods.
Right.
For the first days, weeks, depending your budget, the campaign won't perform well. But if your landing page is already optimized, what you are losing on that learning phase, you are gaining because you have a really optimized landing page. So we focus on results, we focus on revenue and profitability, and not
Mm-hmm.
just on clicks or number of leads, because I can run broad match campaigns and I can send you hundreds of leads every day, but
Mm-hmm.
90% of those are a waste of time for my client, and they don't
Right.
want that. So you have to be very uh, specific on the keywords you are using, what works for our client, which keywords bring the right traffic, which ones are not bringing the right traffic. And that's
Right.
the way the lead to client conversion rate is the most important part because you don't want your client to be attending calls and converting 1 out of 20 of those.
Right.
So what the big difference that we see when we take over an account is that lead to client conversion rate improves. We reduce usually the number of leads, but
Mm-hmm.
we improve by 20, 30, 40% more new clients. And that's the goal for the client.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't care about their leads. They want money on the bank.
Mm-hmm. Great. So we're talking a little about AI and, of course, the issues with just turning everything over to AI. But is there any technology that is emerging with AI that you are either utilizing or looking at? Because a lot of businesses, they're asking every day, like, hey, should we be doing this? Should we be doing that?
I mean, I love AI. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's worthless. It's really good and it's really helpful and it's helping us to do things faster
Mm-hmm.
because part of the research that we have to do now with AI is much easier.
Right.
But in the end, the real insights is a person that knows the business
Mm-hmm.
who has to get that. Maybe AI, you give ChatGPT 5 that is amazing, or the new version of Claude is really good as well. They are
Mm-hmm.
improving a lot month to month, and you give that platform a data set, and you say, okay, give me insights about this data. I'm looking for this, this, and this. And yes, it gives you good insights, but still they are missing a lot because they don't understand the business behind
Mm-hmm.
that raw data. So the insights that they can extract from that data is not probably the right one because there are business ideas behind that the AI doesn't know. So in the end,
Mm-hmm.
you need a person to
Right.
review that. But yes, it's certain in the our work cycle. That's for sure.
Right. Yeah. So it seems like it's just like a tool in your toolbox. It's not the end
Exactly.
all. It's not the end all be all. Just like the internet didn't. It just made everything more accessible. It still didn't mean that you didn't need people to research and do this. It just makes it. It's just one more. Okay, I got a hammer, got a screwdriver. I
Hmm.
need all that.
Exactly.
So I see you are based in Washington D.C. Is that
Mhm.
where you? How long have you been in Washington, or is that where you've always been
Oh,
set
I
up?
moved to the US in 2013. I'm from
Oh,
Spain.
okay.
Everyone realized about my accent, but I've been living in the US for the last 12 years.
Okay, wonderful. And do you find that are more of your clients, does it matter their area? Are your clients worldwide? Are they mostly US or do you do a lot locally in DC?
Oh no, we just have one client in DC. All our clients are all over the country: California, Texas, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Colorado. So
That's
we run ads. Obviously, if we run ads for our clients, we run ads for us to get new clients. So
hmm
we run campaigns nationwide and we get clients all over the country.
that's great. Yeah, I'm always curious because I live in St. Petersburg, Florida, and we do have a booming town here, and I'm trying to look more in our area. I'm like, gosh, we have so many great potential clients here, but it's just you can get clients from anywhere marketing wise.
Mhm.
And it's just very interesting to see what comes in the pipeline and where people find you.
Yeah, and there is a curious thing about Washington, D.C., because it is full of entrepreneurs, people working for the government, people
hmm
working for the multilateral World Bank, IMF, etc. And they have a side hustle and they call themselves entrepreneurs, but they aren't. They have a full-time job and they dedicate a couple of hours to a side business.
hmm
So doing business here in DC is not that easy unless you work for governments, contracts, non-profits, etc. It's not a good market.
hmm Right. That makes a lot of sense. So, aside from, say, what you do well and what you like doing for your clients, is there anything that to you is a challenge in your industry? It could be something in your business or industry wide that you, if you could just snap your fingers and fix it, what is something that, oh man, I'd love to change this of how this works in my business?
Well, it's what we mentioned, is the evolution of technology and the evolution of search and how it's going to work. 10
Mm-hmm.
years ago, we thought, okay, Google is everything. We trust Google and we have to do SEO and Google Ads, and we are good. Right now, there is a lot of uncertainty about, okay, what is working right now will be working in 6 months, in 1 year. Google
Mm-hmm.
will miss the market share below 50%, and now other platforms are running ads, or maybe they are not. So
Mm-hmm.
that uncertainty is the biggest challenge that agencies are having right now.
Right. I think a lot of businesses feel that just even social media, reaching out and getting ads, like you said, through Meta, through then the Instagram, now TikTok, and then, well, hey, with Snapchat, something, should I still do that? There's so many things that just change constantly,
Mhm.
and then dealing with, you have to decide what's best, and then I don't know if you, how often you get this, but clients, they'll just say, hey, I saw this. Should we be doing this? And it's like, sometimes it's new and you're not sure.
Well, and sometimes it's something that someone close to them told them, and
Right.
it's like, it's not a good idea. No, no, I want to try because someone told me that it works. It's like, it's not going to work, but we can try. And 2 months later, and a few $1,000 spent, is like, okay, you were right. It doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that I'm sure that happens. That happens a lot. Um,
Mhm.
as we're, gosh, our time has flown today, but I'd like to, as we're getting to the last part of our interview, uh, any young marketers out there just starting, because we're looking to capture that market here, to just people who are looking for great marketing strategies, getting started, or businesses also looking to get their marketing off the ground. What would be a first step if you had to give them advice? Maybe they don't have a big budget, maybe they're just getting started. What would be the first piece of knowledge they should acquire and learn to really get themselves off the ground?
Well, trying to specialize in a platform, in a service, not trying to be a full service freelancer or marketer, specialize on something. We started as a full service digital marketing agency. We were offering SEO, advertising, and we realized that focusing just on one thing, that was advertising, although we cover the full funnel with a CRO as well, but
Mm-hmm.
focusing on that has gave us an edge that we didn't have before doing that. So look for something that you really like, that you think is going to have a future, and
Mm-hmm.
try to learn the most and try to be up to date on all the technology, all the new things that appear day by day. Because right now we are in a really challenging time
Mm-hmm.
where things are changing really fast. And if you just close your eyes for a second, you are missing a lot. So
Right.
trying to stay always up to date, that would be the first advice for a new marketer.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Alex. And thank you,
Thank you,
everybody,
Jimmy.
for tuning in today. We'll see you next time.